This is Blue July, and you're listening to the Be Someone podcast. Lights looking bright, the H got the vibe. See my name on the signs, it's my time to shine. When I was cruising 45, and it crossed my mind that I shine like the sun and that I'll be someone.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Be Someone podcast. Today we have a very special guest, someone that is near and dear to my heart, someone that was actually in my classroom last year and a part of my school community. We are here with the one, the only, Mason Milsaps. How you doing, brother?
Very good. It's especially coming off that weekend I just had. It's hard to top that. It was a big goal, and I just want to thank you for having me.
Heck yeah, man. Well, we're going to get into that.
Yep.
But listen, how funny is it that probably like a year, we were sitting in class,
Yeah.
and you had asked me, hey, coach, when are you going to have me on the podcast?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Sooner than I thought, because I asked you. It was like a big goal to always get in front of cameras, talk about my story. And then you said junior to senior year, and I kind of flipped out a little bit. Couldn't tell if you were joking, and it kind of hit me. I was like, wow, I need to step up my game or something, because I wanted, maybe freshman year, and I'm glad I could get it 8th grade year coming into freshman.
Yeah, man. Well, here's the deal. You're an exceptional human being. This is more than just, you being a good wrestler and getting 2 national championships over the course of the last couple of weeks. This is someone that's faced incredible hardships, someone that, school does not come easy. I know that reading can be difficult for you because of dyslexia.
Mm-hmm.
And throw on top of that, you're kicking some major tail in the grappling world. It's like it's a perfect storm, and this is the way that I wanted to send you off, and I wanted to gift you with something because, like, you stepped your game up, dude. Like, you stepped up to the plate, you hit a home run, and we're going to do you right, man. So thank you, brother, for
Yes, sir.
being on the show. You ready?
Yep. Excited.
All right, man. Hey, let's start off with this one right here. Take me inside, like, the mind of you before you step out onto the mats. Like, you've been clobbering people, and it hadn't even been close. Like, you're teching people, you're pinning them, you're playing with your food.
Yeah.
Right? I want to know what's going on in your mind prior to wrestling.
So first off, a little bit of nerves. It's just part of it. You're gonna get nervous, but right when you shake hands, whistle blows, it's kind of all muscle memory, and something I've been taught since I was little, and now still getting taught every day. Just get your hands on people. Just move them. Control the pace. College Park's slogan, the school I'm going to go to next year, is push the pace. So it's something I really try to do is just score points, have fun, and just kind of see it more of not so much of a competition, but just trying to put points on the board, let it fly. And that's something, Coach Spute, he's going to be with me next year. But he, when I go to these national tournaments, he goes with me, and he says the best thing I have is just letting it fly, not being nervous, and just scoring. So I think that's what's helped me. And before the match, I kind of just try to think about all the work I put in. That's what I get my confidence from. I don't get it from, most people get it from their accolades or what they've done, but I get it just knowing that I put so much work into it. No one's put more work in it than I have, and just no one's been through what I've been through. So that's where I get my confidence from, being able to go get after it.
So when you're on the wrestling mats, like this is a gladiator sport.
Yeah.
It's not for the faint of heart. Is there any like anger towards your opponent, or do you look at them, as someone that's also been working hard and we're going to do battle and then we're going to let the chips fall where they may?
Not so much anger. I have lots of respect because it takes a lot to go step out. But, sometimes you get a little physical. I get a little angry. I think it was this week, me and Logan were wrestling. The coach is getting on to us. This is at Boneyard. And, we were scrapping. He started slapped me pretty hard, and I snapped and slammed him, and then we got after it. But anger comes. It's just something you have to kind of control, because the anger could get out of hand. You could get unsportsmanlike, kicked out, or even just technique kind of flies away because you're just so angry. But I guess just trying to keep it under control.
Yeah, let's talk about this past school. Was it about a week ago that you were in Vegas and you won 2 national championships? Yep. Tell me about each national championship. And then tell me the differences between the 2 types of wrestling. It's like what, Greco and freestyle?
Yep. So first off, it's Greco. A lot of people don't like it. I just think wrestling's wrestling. So it's all upper body. You can't touch legs, and that's first. So that was started Wednesday. So going into it, I didn't really know what to expect. We don't do too much Greco, but just gotta, I guess, just throw people. So just going into it, I was a little bit nervous, but My first match, I actually had a 3 seed, so I was unseeded. So I just knew I needed to put points on the board. I was beating him pretty bad, and actually he came back, and then I was just able to keep my composure and just score. And then this was all in one day. Greco was just one day. And second match is pretty quick. Third match, I had some kid. I saw this kid wrestling. I knew he was gonna be tough. And then he had to walk down the mat. He had a big, big chest tattoo, and I was like,
Wait, a 15-year-old with a
yeah,
chest tattoo?
yeah, it was real too. You could tell. And then so first 30 seconds I threw him, so I'm up 4-0. Right. All I need is one more throw, 8-0, tech win. And then he throws me. Where we go in the second period, he throws me again. And at this point, 40 seconds left in the match. Like, my hopes are getting low. I'm tired, down by 4. I need to go after it, get something. And got a nice lefty headlock, kind of what I'm known for. Pinned him, and that was just a ball of excitement knowing that. Because that was the match. If you win, you automatically place. And to place at a tournament like that's still a big deal. So that one was just super good win for me. That kind of got my confidence high, beating a good kid like that. Semis, I was like, I just beat one of the toughest kids in the bracket. I think I could just go home, take this home. That one that was one of my favorite matches. Just I went out there and I put it on that kid, ended it pretty
Like
quick.
a hot knife through butter, huh?
Yeah, it was nice. And then finals. So I've really never cared about Greco because it doesn't really help with college. You can't touch legs. But my biggest goal has been to make the Pan Am team, go represent United States. So they take your Greco points and freestyle points. So if I wanted to actually do this thing, I need to get a high place in Greco.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're in the finals. A first place would help me out a lot, set me up because I know what I'm capable in freestyle. And this kid's tough. Some high schoolers are in this tournament.
Yeah, it's 15 under,
yeah.
right?
So
freshman, possibly sophomores.
So my quarterfinals was a freshman, and then my semis was I don't know what state. I think Arkansas state champ, high school state champ. And this kid was an 8th grader, and he was ranked pretty high in the country. I was getting ready to scrap this kid. I watched him wrestle, and he, like me, he gets after it. And then so first 20 seconds, I do that lefty headlock, 4 points. I'm trying to stick him, trying to get the pin. He comes up, and I just get another 4-pointer and in 30 seconds. It was pretty remarkable to beat a great kid like that in 30 seconds.
Yeah, and I just noticed something about you. Like, I'm watching you talk about the tournament and the match, and I noticed that there's like excitement whenever you know that the competition's going to be like a little bit good. It's almost as if like you need that to bring out the best part of you.
Yeah.
What is that? Where's that come from?
I guess just love for the sport, just like loving to scrap. I just love to wrestle anyone. Obviously at Boneyard, there's some great people, Caillou Aaron, Tristan Rios, my brother. So I just wrestle with the best every day. And so I guess that's where it comes from, just wrestling with them every day. So I just love people that are going to give me a fight.
Yeah. And let's keep in mind too, like, Mr. Mason right here, he's an 8th grader. So he's going up against, high schoolers and state champions that are a little bit older than him. Mm-hmm. You still got another year in this 15U division, right?
Oh, no, this was my last year. I have another year in 16U next year, but 15U, this is my last year.
Well, I bet you they're glad to see you go.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Freestyle Championship.
Yeah, so freestyle, obviously, hopes like we're pretty pumped, but actually something I think helped me a lot. So I have my big, plaque stop sign at my house, or the house I was staying at, and I kind of put that away in my bag. I was like, this didn't happen. I'm not satisfied yet. So put that away in my bag. Also, the most outstanding plaque they gave me, put those away. But I kept it in the back of my mind, like, I can win this again. I'm already a champ, but, I'm not satisfied. So going to freestyle, I know what I needed to do. First day, I was 14 seed. So first day, I rolled through my second matches. At the last match, I have the 3 seed again. So I was ready to scrap. And then that kid was the only kid took me down the whole tournament. But at the very end of I believe it was the first period, I got the tech fall off about, I think, 0 seconds left. So that was a great way to end the day. Tech in the 3rd seed, who they predicted to get 3rd. So that was really good. And going in so.
Were you unseeded in this one also?
Greco, I was unseeded. This one, I guess they gave me the 14 seed, but it's basically unseeded. 14.
At least, so hey, you weren't in the picture to win, or you weren't supposed to win.
But this is something and it's just you remember that in the last year I was unseeded, so it's just been something I've been used to. It'll
be the last time you go unseeded.
Yeah, hopefully. But even if it is, and I'm just numbers, I just go wrestle. So we're going into the beginning of the second day. I have one match. This is the quarterfinal, so if you win, you automatically place. I watched the kid wrestle. I knew I was gonna put it on him, but he was actually a little better than I thought. But I ended that one pretty quick. And then my semis, since I did so good in Greco, all I needed to do to make the Pan Am team is win my semis. So actually, it was a pretty big match. If he won this one, the other kid did good in Greco, so he would have made the Pan Am team. So it's kind of like 3 to 2 months of hard training leading up to this, kind of in that match. So I just but trying to block that out, just trying to go wrestle, and then get caught up to the mat. But just he was a little bit late, so that just raised the nerves. Just sitting on that mat waiting for him.
Do you think that was a mind game that he was playing with you?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think, because actually we've been late because the way the tournament was getting around was kind of bad. Mats were like, it was like a far walk. It was a warm up to get to your mat, so I was late to my mat a couple of times. But right when he got there, we shook hands. Actually, first 10 seconds of that match, I did my lefty headlock, and I almost stuck him. He got up, and then I did another lefty headlock, but I missed that one, grabbed the leg. So now I'm up 6-0. I'm like, man, I could really do this, which has been a long-term goal. And so I just try to keep my composure and just keep on having fun, keep on putting on them. And not too long after that, I got the tech fall, and it was kind of a ball of emotions. Just watching international wrestling for 10 years of my life, talking to my dad, it's been like such a long goal. And after that, it was unbelievable to like.
What did it feel like? What does it feel like knowing, like, golly, I am the national champion. I'm the best kid in America at this age group, and now I'm going to go on to represent the United States of America, in international competition.
It was pretty crazy. I mean, just like a little bit of tears from me and my dad. It was just so like, just all the work, all the things we've been through, just to be here to represent the United States is such a big deal for us. And so it was just truly unbelievable. And I feel like this past year I've been taking such big leaps, winning state titles to national titles. And I feel like this was truly the big next step for me to not only win a national title, but become the best in America to represent the United States. So just to do that, it feels like I'm taking other steps, and hopefully I'm still going on that path to take steps after steps.
Has your mindset changed, knowing that you're going from the hunter to now the hunted? Like, you're not the best kept secret anymore. It's like, it's obvious, like, this kid is good, and sneaking up on people anymore is not gonna happen.
Yeah, because now everyone wants to beat you, but still it's still just wrestling. But I feel like the only thing that changes is just your, I guess, confidence. Honestly, you're gonna be a little bit more confident no matter who you are, and if you're winning these things. So my confidence goes up. And still, I feel like even a lot of people say losing, you're going to work harder after that. But I feel like winning, because just after winning, there's just something that comes in me that just feels like I'm getting closer to my long-term goal, just be the best wrestler of all time. So after I win these big tournaments, it's just I want to work harder because I know I'm getting closer to things I've always wanted.
Lord, you got some lofty goals, man. So you're talking not only just being a international champion and whatnot, you're thinking long-term and wanting to be the GOAT.
Yeah. It's gonna take a lot, but I feel like I'm coming on that path. I'm nowhere near where I need to be, but I'm gonna get there.
This is exactly the reason why I wanted to speak with you. These are some of the traits and characteristics that I would see in the classroom that really differentiated you from some of the other people. It's like there's something different in your eyes. You can see there's something different in your heart that drives you, and it's unique and it's special. One of the things too that made me want to speak with you is you've had to overcome some incredible hardships over the last few years. How has it been, having to deal with the loss of your mother?
Yeah, that was hard. I think it was about 2 to 3 years ago, and of course she was one of the biggest helps in my life. And to lose her was incredibly hurtful. But I knew she would want me to wrestle, so it took a little bit of a break. Just wanted to just take a break and just kind of fix my mindset. And then about a month later, I got back on the mat, worked harder, and it's of course hurt me, but it's helped me a lot. Just before my nerves, just I don't wrestle for me anymore. I wrestle for the people that are still here that's put so much work into me like she did. And while they're here, I just want to make them proud. So I don't wrestle for me anymore after I lost my mom. I just wrestle for the people that put so much work into me.
Yeah. What parts of your mother do you feel live inside you and help drive this engine that you have?
I think her care. I was still little when we would travel a lot, and I remember her, booking all the flights, finding tournaments to go to, booking the hotels, just putting so much work and energy in me. It just drove me so much, and just knowing that she cared so much and wanted the best for me.
Good Lord, man. You're a good kid.
Yes,
You're
sir.
making a coach cry over here, man. Golly. Let's talk about like some of the other people that are inside of your life that have poured their heart and their soul and their spirit, into you. Let's talk about your dad. Your
Yeah.
dad, had to step up and, become even more,
Yeah.
of the man. Talk to me about the impact that your father has had on you.
Yeah, of course, it's just going to be just as hard as him, or if not harder, to be a single dad and just trying to work all this stuff out of school, his work, now taking me to school because I can't drive, and just booking all these tournaments for me. So I'm just so grateful for everything he's done for me. I couldn't have done this without him. No, I know it's super hard on him to book all these stuff and just get me to school. He has to take time off school being a single parent, and it's just super, super hard on him. So I'm so grateful for him. He just helps me with my confidence. He always lets me know that I work hard, I do this, I wrestle with the best, I can be the best. So of course he's definitely a top at my list that I wrestle for. My brother, he helps me so much. Just
You beat me to the punch, man. I was going to ask you about your brother, that
Yep.
dude that never smiles.
Yeah, obviously having a person that's like you're able to follow is just one of the biggest keys to my success. And he's one of the people that could beat up on me and just let me know that I'm not always a top dog. So it's just super grateful to have him. And my coaches, Coach Brett Camden, he's had me for 10 to 13 years, ever since I like first day I was born. He's been with me. So he's someone that I always looked up to, and his wrestling knowledge is through the roof. And no matter like what any other coach could do for me, I don't think anyone's just going to pass him, because he really did build a sport for me. He was one of the coaches that just didn't teach you technique. It would teach you lessons of life and just make it fun. So he's definitely one of those people. Coach Eric Spute, I'm in 8th grade, so he hasn't done anything with me yet. But when I go to these national tournaments, he helps me with my mindset, what I eat, my diet, what I put in my body. And so he's going to be soon one of my...
Yeah, man. You're going to have 4 years with
Yeah,
that dude. Hey,
that's
and
gonna
don't
be
forget
good.
Lindsay over there, too.
Oh, yeah, Lindsay. She goes to the national tournaments, too, of course. So those two in my corner. And then some of my drilling partners, Caillou Aaron is probably my... he's this person that could whoop on me. So
Team Brazil, right?
yeah, we got 2 world team members, which is pretty incredible. So it's also pretty cool, because he was one of the people that inspired me to want to make the world team, him going on Team Brazil. So he's one of my favorites. Nick Payne's been with me for years. Nick Payne?
Yep.
He's a little smaller than me now, so it's hard to drill with him. But even when we do, it's super blessing. I'm super grateful to have him. Tristan Rios, Luca Rios, the brothers, just everyone that's been with me. I'm just super grateful for him, and I feel like it's been the biggest key to my success, that good team I've had.
Yeah, let's talk about like the sport of wrestling just in general. What is it about wrestling that helps like shape and form and grow like tremendous young people? Because like for my bottom dollar, it just seems like people that get into grappling, they're just built different.
Yeah.
They're cut from a different cloth. The sport fashions them into something different. Explain to me why wrestling has helped shape you into the young man you are.
First off, just discipline. There's not many sports that require you to, look at what you eat, control your weight, and then actually go compete. So I think the discipline, just working hard. You have to work really hard in wrestling, and I think just the biggest discipline is, of course, your diet. Just knowing that you go through a lot than other sports will, because literally this week, Monday, I was at practice. I was really getting beat up on. Really, it was one of the first times I've got beat up this bad. And I was just laying on the floor. I was dripped in sweat. I could barely get up. And it was just really a hard experience. I think wrestling is just going to put you through most things will. And also just building relationships is going to build your character. Just learning so many lessons that you're not always going to be the top dog. And it just really helps you build who you are. And I feel like it's just shaped me so much of my confidence, and just knowing that I could get through everything, because wrestling's just been super tough. So it's going to help me.
Nothing's going to be tougher than what you've seen on the mats, right? Like that science test ain't got nothing on having to scrap with your brother. Or having to scrap with Caillou. Let's kind of go back into the school aspect of it. You also, you're dyslexic, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me, what struggles do young people with dyslexia face? Because I think it's a name on a paper, and there's obviously accommodations and whatnot that are on paper.
Yeah.
But to be told from someone, that has to live with it and work through it and go throughout the course of the school day trying to do their best, What challenges do you face?
It's definitely harder. You know, it's hard to explain because there's like I think there's different ones. But for me, it's kind of just like getting letters mixed up, like where to put letters. Sometimes I'm just writing, you know, the letters to people or paragraphs, and I'm just getting my like letter switch. So it's a little bit harder. But I mean, I try to, you know, kind of what I've talked about wrestling. I just try to push that stuff away. You know, I'm just a normal kid trying to get schoolwork done. So I just keep it in the back of my mind, not really like use it like as an excuse.
Yeah. What other parts of let's say like your heart, your soul, your
Yeah.
spirit have risen up because that is difficult for you? Because like you find a way around things.
Yeah.
Like I look, Coach knew when he was reading your papers, right, that you
Yeah.
struggle with that. But holy smokes, like you'd get up there and then you just go, you know, give a tremendous speech. What other parts have grown, you know, as a result of struggling over here? Because like when we struggle somewhere, that means other parts
Yeah.
have to grow and become stronger. What other parts of you have grown and become stronger because of this struggle?
I think the first one's hard work. You know, obviously I'm gonna be not as smart as other kids off the bat.
Well, you're just as smart as
Yeah,
them kids,
well, I
man.
guess
I get
it's-
what you're saying.
Yeah, but just knowing I need to work a little bit extra hard and put extra time into things. So I guess my effort and hard work is something that's built a lot of because of it. Probably my just knowing that I'm not the best writer, so just knowing I need to be able to speak good. But I think just the biggest thing is just the effort I need to put in, knowing that
Yeah.
these kids.
And I would say like your speaking is advanced.
Yeah.
It is super far advanced. I'm still giving speeches, or I'm having my kids give speeches. And dude, you could, you know, you could tech fall them
Yeah.
guys when it comes to speeches. So I've really enjoyed watching that side of you grow. Even in this conversation right here.
Yeah,
I talk to some adults and they can't hold a conversation like this, man. So your level of, you know, public speaking it's off the charts, especially for your age. So you may struggle a little bit with this, but we got Chat GPT for that, right?
Yeah.
We got a spell check for that. What you're doing right here, you can't replace that. A computer can't fix that, man. Like, I think you got it where it counts.
Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to tell my dad I want to get in front of cameras because, you know, as we were talking about right here, the guy that got paid $5 million, you're a wrestler. The most you could score is 6 points for your team, you know, a pin. And I truly do believe the reason he got paid like that is because you should see the kid talk, and he has so many brand deals because he's just talking everywhere. He just knows how to talk. And I think knowing how to talk for me is just going to help me carry so much more than my wrestling can.
I agree 100%. I think you're going to be very marketable. I think the camera loves you. I think you love the camera.
love the
you
camera.
can tell you love the camera, you little turd. But with all that being said, I think it's all going to, you know, come together. You know, if you can stay healthy, if you can stay humble, you know, and just continue, you know, and not get too high on the successes you've achieved, because you've achieved a lot in a little bit of a time. Let's talk post high school. What are your plans with grappling and just combat sports in general?
So like after high school?
Say after high school.
Okay, yeah. You know, after high school, of course, I want to go into college somewhere. Hopefully, D1 has been my dream. You know, just hopefully somewhere I could get good academics, not only wrestling, just somewhere where the coaches are going to help me after wrestling. You know, if I get injured or something, I need to have something planned. So just help me grow, like kind of just as a person. So, but in college, I guess just want to just become the best I can be, not only wrestling, outside of wrestling, but biggest goal has always been D1 NCAA champion. But I mean, I guess the options are gonna reveal themselves after high school. Hopefully I can keep my grades up, and I think that's the biggest part, just keep my grades up and doing what I do right now, wrestling.
Yeah, and from the people that I've spoken to, like, again, if you follow the path and then, you know, there's, you know, few or no hiccups, like this is something that's very attainable.
Yeah.
You know, so I wouldn't be surprised to see you at a D1 college. In fact, I'd be surprised if I don't see you at a D1, you know, program. And this is something we kind of played around with back in the classroom, like wrestling, man. Like that's something in high school and college. Like, what do you want to do after that? Like we were talking about potentially
MMA,
like getting into mixed martial arts.
I mean, it's hard to say because, you know, there's still Olympics I might want to do.
Of course.
Yeah, but MMA just looks cool to me. I feel like I'll be good at it. But I don't know. I guess it's just, I mean, it really just depends on everything, you know. But I feel like right now the biggest priority is just Olympics. You know, you might not know him, older coach, Coach Dima. He's about 75 to 80 years old. You know, he coached multiple Olympics teams. And he's always telling me, you know, become the youngest Olympic champion. I could do it. He says like 17, like he knows, like it's real cool. You know, he knows like the month, the day, how old I'll be. the next Olympics, and he's just saying youngest Olympic champion always to me every practice. So it's always just going to be my biggest goal to become an Olympic champion. So I guess after college, that's what I'll be looking to try to
The
do.
Olympics.
Yep.
All right, man. That's really cool too that he's planted that
Yeah.
seed. You seem to be a kid that when people plant seeds in your head,
Yeah.
that they typically they grow and they come to fruition,
Yeah.
almost like you need
Mhm.
that seed.
I actually have a funny story because you're talking about seeds, people planting it. So first in HSCA, I wasn't gonna go at all, but I was talking to Coach Spew. Coach Lindsay was like, "Dude, you need to go to this tournament. You need to put your name out there." And I was still like saying no, and like I think after 2 weeks before the tournament, I was just like, "All right, I'll go." So after they were like, "You need to go," and I was actually saying no to this, of course.
For what?
I don't know, man. I just didn't want enough, I guess.
Was it a confidence thing or what was it?
Maybe a
Were
confidence
you
thing.
being lazy?
I'm probably both, but of course I haven't done anything. No, I'm gonna go to this national tournament. I've never done anything nationally, so like hopes weren't high. But they're like, you need to go to this, and of course I won that. So and then this past one too, you're gonna think this is funny. U.S. Open a month before, I was 12, 13 pounds overweight. I was talking to him. I was like, Coach, I don't know if I could do this, and he was like, No, you're gonna go. And then so of course they plant that seed in my head. Get your weight down, eat good. I got my weight down, made weight, and of course I won that one too that I didn't want to go to. So I'm just super grateful that they plant that seed in my head, and I was able to go get it.
Yeah, that is something. And
Yeah.
that's cool because like when you go back and you watch this video, years and years down the road, like this is going to reveal some things about yourself that maybe you knew but you weren't 100% aware of.
Mhm.
And now you could take that data, input it into the computer, and then have a blueprint for
Yep.
how I want to get, to be the youngest Olympic world
Yeah.
champion, right? How to get into the UFC,
Yep.
how to become the youngest UFC world champion, all
Yeah.
those things. Like these are great growing opportunities. Holy smokes, kiddo. Tell me, like you're also still in 8th grade. You're a kid.
Yep.
What does Mr. Milsaps like to do for fun? Because like we're talking about all this, intense wrestling and discipline. Dude, you got to eat your ice cream every once in a blue
Oh,
moon.
yeah.
You got to
Oh,
have
yeah.
yourself like a hamburger day. What do you do for fun? How do you veg out when it's time to just
So
get fat?
in the school year, it's definitely harder, because I'm just wrestling, doing schoolwork. But in the summer, I think just hanging out with friends. I love to be around people that I love. So just going to their house, spending the night, having fun. In the summer, Caleb Smith, Caillou, Logan, we like to go down, go fish some places. So I like fishing.
Who's the best fisherman out of you?
Oh, me. I was the one that got him into fishing. No, I've been out of it for a while, but I think I'm gonna get back into it this summer. Fishing. I don't do too much video games, so just kind of fishing outdoors and just hanging out with my friends, I guess.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yep.
How has your experience at Knox Junior High been?
It's been great. So of course, I was a little like scared, I guess, going into first year, just losing my mom. Now then going into junior high, it was definitely pretty hard. But I just love the school so much, and it's just been an awesome experience. And especially after winning my NHSCA, you getting the word out there and everyone saying congrats, it was so unbelievable, and that's what's been motivating me to win these tournaments. Just coming back to school and everyone saying congrats and good job. It's just
Feels good, doesn't
Yeah.
it? You walking around with your chest out
Yep.
a little bit more,
Yeah.
extra snug shirt.
mhm.
Oh man, hey, here's one. What was your favorite thing about being in teen leadership?
Team leadership. That was actually my favorite class, but I think my favorite thing is just the lessons you taught me. It was just more like math. It wasn't like math, just teaching math, not lessons, but you taught me life lessons that I could really, really use later.
And we could cut up in there a little bit too, right? It ain't always so serious.
Yeah, I know it was a class like a, slack off in. So
All right, man. Well, we're coming to the end of the interview.
Yep.
This has been an awesome interview. I think the world is going to find out a lot about you. It's really cool to have you on early.
yes, sir.
We even got a little something right here.
Yep.
We'll show people in a little bit. Like, what, if anything, like, do you want to say? Are there people that you want to thank? Is there anything you want to put out into the universe?
So I'll start with people I want to thank, of course, my dad, my brother, and my family. And then my coaches, I think the two I'm most grateful for are Coach Brett Camden and Coach Spute, just a little bit he's been with me at national tournaments. And also Coach Dima. All of those have been super, super, I don't know how to put it, but like all my success goes to them. And then my practice partners, Caillou, Luca Rios, Tristan Rios, my brother, Nick Payne, Brandon Batillo, all those people I'm just super grateful for. And those are the people I want to thank.
Yeah, man. I saw once you gave Coach Bute a black eye, man.
Yeah. He was on your podcast when you had that black eye. I thought that was cool. Yep.
That was him. That was him. What's it like getting to wrestle with your coach? Does he have to like turn it up on you? Like, are you getting prime spute whenever you get on the mat with them?
So the first time I was last year, first time I wrestled him, I thought he was gonna take it a little bit easy on me, but I don't know if he did. But I mean, it definitely was not fun. But now
you didn't take it easy on him. He's the one with the black eye.
Yeah. And then we wrestled, I think it was spring break this year, and I actually took him down, and that was a confidence boost.
Wait, is that the first time you've ever taken him down?
Mm-hmm.
Is he really that, hard to take down?
I mean,
is it hard getting in on him, or is it once you get in on him, he's got excellent balance? What is it?
I think it's like overall. I mean, of course, he's been on the highest level.
Yeah.
Yeah, NCAA blood round. He lost in the blood rounds, and of course, he has that strength on me. But he's just like an incredible wrestler, and he's so far where I am right now, so it's just so hard to even get in his legs. But when I took him down, that was pretty cool.
Hey, and he's got old man strength.
Yeah.
He's got 2 kids
Dad
now.
strength.
Dad strength is actually kicked in. Wait till he gets the beer gut.
Yep.
Which he doesn't even drink beer. That's a different conversation. But he's going to get the dad bod one day, and he's really going to get strong.
Yeah.
But, you're blessed to be flanked by incredible teammates, mentors, coaches, all of the above. And, this is kind of a neat thing we got over here, Matt, because I remember when you won that tournament, I was like, God, I got to honor my boy. I got to honor my boy. This book is filled with, with a bunch of different, great martial artists in the Houston area. And again, knowing what you've gone through, knowing where you have come from, where you are at and where you are going, I was like, man, I gotta hook my boy up.
Yep.
So that was my, big thank you to you, man, because you inspire me. Like kids like you are the reason why, like I come to school. I don't come to school to draw a paycheck. Because there's a lot of people that want to just draw a paycheck and take the easy route, man. But like when we get to interact with great young people like you that have moxie, that have courage, that are resilient, that are going places, man, it's like I should be paying you, So this is me wanting to thank you, man, because from the bottom of my heart, Coach loves you.
Yep.
All right, so before Coach starts crying too much, we're going to go ahead and close the podcast, right. Man. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Got Mason Milsaps over there, the national champion, about to go represent Team USA on the world stage, come back with some of that world gold.
Yep.
And if he doesn't, guess what? We're going to get back on the horse and we're going to go bring it back the next time,
of course.
Man. All right, man. Thank y'all for listening to the Be Someone podcast. Y'all have a blessed day. Talk to you soon.
Lights, camera, session. Use the flow, molasses. Blue the line, my fashion. Future brightening glasses. Applause from the masses.
This is the Be Someone podcast.